These are my Japanese pancakes, a little bit different to a normal pancake. They are so fluffy, almost like a crumpet, and topped with delicious crispy bacon and dripping in maple syrup. Your breakfast is never going to be the same. Let me show you how to make them. Okay, this batter is really simple to put together. So I'm going to pop my dry ingredients into a bowl. This is plain flour, caster sugar, and most importantly, the baking powder. The baking powder is going to make these pancakes rise up and give it that real height. So put those in a bowl and just whisk it together just to mix all those ingredients and make sure that baking powder is evenly incorporated. Then pop that to one side and we will start with our wet ingredients. So in go 2 eggs. So give them a little crack. We're going to add in our milk, pour that in. And then finally, just a splash of vanilla extract, about a teaspoon, it doesn't really matter, just a little bit to give it that vanilla kick. I'm just going to whisk this together with a fork, just to mix that egg into that milk, make sure everything's combined. And then once all of that is together, we can grab the dry ingredients that we had earlier, and we just sort of slowly pour this in, and then we're going to grab our whisk and whisk all of this together to make sure everything is combined. And then once you can see that all of those lumps are gone, the batter is nice and thick, we're going to leave that to rest for 10 minutes and then we'll come back to it. Okay, this has rested now and I've got my griddle pan on like a medium-low heat. What we're going to do to start off with is just line the pan with some vegetable oil. We don't want anything to stick, so just kind of brush that all over. And then what I've got here is a few muffin rings. Now these muffin rings are going to hold the shape of our pancakes and make them nice and tall. So you just want to line the inside of these just like that. We don't want anything to stick, and just pop them down. These are going to heat up for about a minute until the rings are nice and hot, and just keep lining them and just pop them down. And we're going to leave those for a minute and take your batter and we're going to pour this into a jug, just so it makes it easier to pour into our ring molds later. So pop that in. And once that is all in, we're going to pour this batter into our molds. And we're going to fill them up about halfway because these are going to rise as they cook. So you don't want them to become too tall. So just pop that batter into your mold and fill it to halfway. And once you've filled those up, they're going to cook for about 3 to 4 minutes until the edges look nice and cooked, and then we'll give them a flip. And while these are cooking away, we're going to start grilling our bacon. So I'm going to grab a baking sheet with my lovely bacon we've got here. You just want to lay it down and we'll grill this on a high heat for a couple of minutes, and that should be ready by the time our pancakes are done. So after about 3-4 minutes, you can see it's starting to cook around the edge here, and you've got some of these large bubbles. What you're going to do now is give it a flip. Now when you flip it, you'll probably lose a little bit of mixture, but don't panic, it will be fine. So you just want to scoop under your pancake like this, and in the moment of truth, give it a flip, and you'll see you've got that lovely golden colour, and then we can flip the other one as well. And you can just scrape off any of this excess if it comes out the edge. And we cook those for about another 2 minutes until everything is cooked in the middle. Okay, so these have cooked perfectly now. You can see they're golden on both sides, and we can pop them out of their molds and they look absolutely delicious. I can't wait to eat them. So I'm going to repeat the process. I'm going to make another batch. So just line your molds again with a little bit of vegetable oil. Put that onto your pan, which is sizzling away, and then we can pour in some more batter. So final pancakes are out of the pan, and we're just going to demold them again. And again, you've got this lovely colour. Look at that orange and the puff. That is exactly what we're looking for. We're going to do an East meets West with bacon and maple syrup. And just pop those down, top these up. I'm going to go grab my bacon. Okay, so our bacon is nice and crispy, exactly how we want it. So what I'm going to do is add a few bacon strips on top here, Just lay these over, more bacon the better. Pop those on. I'm gonna add just a little knob of butter on top as well. Let that melt down. And then finally, it wouldn't be complete without a massive helping of golden syrup all over the top. And that is our delicious Japanese pancakes. Bacon, maple syrup. This is the perfect weekend breakfast. Change up your pancakes. You guys have got to try them.